What's up, everyone? Today is the National Day of Prayer. And whether or not you are listening to this on the first Thursday of May, in whatever year you're listening to this, prayer is a very, very important thing. It's one of the few words that appear in every single known language, right up there with words like water and mother. Prayer is a universal thing. When we get to the end of our rope, the end of our abilities, we tend to pray, whether that's an emergency situation or whether or not things are just out of our control, and we appeal to a higher power. It's not exclusively a Christian thing or a Jewish thing. People in every culture have a word for prayer, and prayer is one of those things that is so universal that whenever I ask people, do you ever pray, when I first meet them, they always say yes. I've never heard no. The idea that we need to find a passing gear, a passing lane, a diamond lane, when our human efforts come to a dead end is normal. But beyond that, prayer is a way of communicating with the ground of our being, with the Lord who brought us into existence. We're part of the creation, and we have a sense that we belong to the source of creation, which in English we call God. I would invite you to explore prayer. Prayer is not an extra piece of software that you have to have added to you or you have to download from somewhere else. You come cable ready for prayer. You have eyes to see, you have ears to hear, you have a spirit that longs to pray. So just let yourself pray. It's not that complicated. The key is to avoid distractions, and we live in a very distracted culture where there's beeps and buzzers going off all the time. It's like our lives have become like a fast food kitchen where the beepers and buzzers are going off constantly. It's so important that we get out in nature, put our phones away, and connect with the very ground of our being, with our Creator. National Day of Prayer is something which goes way, way back. Both John Adams and Thomas Jefferson called for prayer among the people, the public. Abraham Lincoln did the same thing, but in 1952, Billy Graham challenged the United States to establish a National Day of Prayer, and Harry Truman signed it into existence. And ever since then, presidents have been legally required to proclaim every year that the first Thursday in May is the National Day of Prayer. So I invite you to join in prayer with everyone in the United States of America to pray for the prosperity, blessings, and peace and protection of this country, that we would live up to our highest ideals, that we would not just talk about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, but we would make it possible for everyone, in justice, in peace, in righteousness, in uprightness, and that we would train our children to be great citizens of this great country. And that includes prayer. That's it for today, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.